511-888-3722. We have same-day appointments available and are ready to help you start back to school on the right foot. Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic, 511 North Race Street, on the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 8 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Waking up with another warm day, 73 degrees. Rain in the future, as Jeff Eno at the Weather Channel explains this morning.
Of course, we've got the eclipse today, and the total...
Whoops, that's not right, Jeff. The eclipse was yesterday, but I'll have Jeff telling you about it as we got a good chance of shower and thunderstorm activity coming up for today. Let's see here. Let me give you the official forecast for today. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Some could produce heavy rain. Partly sunny today and a high of 90 degrees. Then for tonight, we're looking for showers and thunderstorms likely before 11 p.m. Mostly cloudy, a low around 68. And then the chance of precip tonight begins to increase to 70%. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. Then it becomes Sunday in the afternoon. And back to Wednesday night, a clear night, a low of 58. And a really nice sounding day here on Thursday. Sunshine and 78 degrees. Current conditions, the barometer is right now at 30.05 and dropping. The winds are out of the south at between 3 and 7 miles an hour this morning. Humidity is at a much lower than usual 80% this morning, and no precip in the past 24 hours. 73 degrees in the newsroom. WCLU News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Well, it was the first time in almost 40 years that civilians were actually let into Fort Knox. One of the world's most famous gold depositories opened again its vaults to civilians for the first time in 4 decades. U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin led a delegation of Kentucky politicians to the U.S. Bullion Depository at Fort Knox yesterday. Mnuchin said he was just the third Treasury Secretary to view the gold at Fort Knox, where a large portion of the country's gold reserves are held. The visitors included Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, U.S. Representative Brett Guthrie, and Governor Matt Bevin. McConnell told the Associated Press he held a gold bar in his hands, saying it reminded him of the James Bond movie Goldfinger. Barron County Schools has released their official statement in regard to the weekend death of a Barron County student. They said, "It is with great sadness we acknowledge the loss of a student who attended Barron County Schools. Our district counselors, school psychologists, and Green River Regional Educational Cooperative, or GREC's crisis team, will be on campus to support students and staff. As a district, our top priority is to take care of our students as they cope with the loss of a classmate." Multiple agencies assisted making a drug arrest in Cave City on Friday. Detectives with the Barron River Drug Task Force, officers with the Cave City Police Department, and deputies with the Barron County Sheriff's Office. Officer Paul Reynolds had seen a black Saturn passenger car driving recklessly on Old Lexington Road. He then initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle and made contact with several subjects inside. Upon noticing the occupants of the vehicle displaying nervous behavior, Officer Reynolds removed all of them and deployed canine jacks. He alerted on the vehicle, and a subsequent search yielded a syringe, scales, and an amount of methamphetamine. Troy Vibbert of Glasgow was arrested, charged with trafficking a controlled substance, first-degree first offense, and drug paraphernalia. Officer Reynolds was assisted by detectives with the Barron River Drug Task Force, Sergeant James Roberts, Deputy B.J. Childress with the Barron County Sheriff's Office. Vibbert was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And the Kentucky Emergency Management did conclude their operations at the State Emergency Operations Center in Frankfort, as well as their Regional Response Coordination Center in Hopkinsville, all in support of the 2017 solar eclipse, which occurred yesterday. Michael Dossett, director of Kentucky's Emergency Management, said, "As we wind down from this historical event, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank visitors for engaging with the eclipse venues, and also for the officials and first responders across the 21 eclipse counties for ensuring an enjoyable and safe event for everyone." Numbers as far as those folks who visited Kentucky yesterday for the eclipse, some have said that number is as high as 500,000 people. And beginning today at 11 a.m. at Glasgow High School, they will welcome the state's Commissioner of Education, Dr. Stephen Pruitt. Pruitt's expected to make a major announcement on the advanced placement computer science education in Kentucky. Again, that will be this morning at 11 a.m. at Glasgow High School. It's 6:13 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 73 degrees.
At Air Care Heating and Cooling, you always...
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not a daily business. We understand you work close to your home and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough, and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can, before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Be our tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like Be Our Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell a soul.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority.
This week to $2.21 a gallon, according to AAA East Central's fuel gauge report. On the national front, at $2.33 a gallon, the national average is 2 cents cheaper than last week. Consumers in most Midwest, East Coast, and Southern states are paying on average about 2 cents less on the week, while most other states see an increase by 3 cents. Today's national average is a nickel more than last month and 17 cents more than last year. At the end of last week, the price per barrel of West Texas Intermediate stayed below $50, settling in at $48.51. When it comes to local averages for 1 gallon of regular unleaded, Cave City, Park City, and Smiths Grove have the lowest at $2.09. Munfordville's a couple of cents higher at $2.11. Horse Cave and Glasgow are both at $2.16. Brownsville, Bowling Green, Edmonton, and Tompkinsville are all at $2.19, and Scottsville has the highest area average, where motorists are paying $2.27 a gallon. And it's time to ham it up at the Kentucky State Fair. The Kentucky Farm Bureau will hold the 54th annual Country Ham Breakfast and Auction Thursday at the Kentucky Expo Center. The breakfast showcases the best of Kentucky agriculture. The State Fair's Grand Champion Country Ham will also be available at the auction. Proceeds will benefit a Kentucky charity chosen by the winner. The event typically draws about 1,500 guests from across the state. Last year, the winning ham sold for $600,000. Since the event began in 1964, the Kentucky Farm Bureau has raised about $10 million for statewide charities. And a maternity ward at the University of Louisville Hospital has been its busiest in 10 years. The university said in a news release 200 babies were born at the hospital's Women and Infants at the hospital Center for Women and Infants in July. CWI Director Libby Smith says the high number is a testament to the many birthing options and high-quality care provided at the hospital. And authorities say 2 women watching the eclipse while standing on a sidewalk in a Kentucky town were struck by a car, and one has died. State Police Trooper Jody Sims said in a news release the car crossed the center line, hit a utility pole, and then the pedestrians yesterday in Hyden, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours south of Lexington. Sims said 23-year-old Mackenzie Hayes of Hazard was pronounced dead. 41-year-old Rhonda Belcher of Wooten was flown to UK hospital. The motorist, 38-year-old Alyssa Noble of Hyden, was taken to a medical center. The condition of Wooten and Noble weren't immediately known. State Police Captain Jennifer Sandlin confirmed the pedestrians were viewing the partial eclipse, but did not say exactly what caused the crash. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:18 a.m., 73 degrees.
Is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
National Association ND, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Ed Huckleberry. Eclipse watchers in the path of totality were not disappointed Monday afternoon as the moon completely blocked the sun. In Hopkinsville, there was a celebration. The blackout lasted 2 minutes and 40 seconds. There was enough time for crickets to begin chirping before the cheers drowned them out. This woman from New Jersey was in Hopkinsville and was emotional after the event.
Words can't describe. It brought me to tears. It really did. It was amazing.
Paducah is in the line of totality for the next solar eclipse that will take place in 7 years. The U.S. Treasury Secretary and a few other Kentucky politicians are giving an opportunity even more rare than a solar eclipse.
I actually went into the gold vaults with Secretary Mnuchin at Fort Knox.
Governor Bevin, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, U.S. Representative Brett Guthrie, and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin were the first civilians allowed in the vault in more than 40 years.
They let us hold some of the gold bricks. We got to go into one of the vaults, which they had not. They seal these things, so it was unsealed.
Only 3 U.S. Treasury secretaries and 1 president have stepped foot in the vault. I'm Haley Hansen.
The search for 5 Army aviators missing since its helicopter crash last week off the coast of Hawaii is now called off. One of those aviators is from eastern Kentucky. She is Staff Sergeant Abigail Milam of Jenkins. The Army now lists Milam and the others as whereabouts unknown, which means their bodies have not been found and they are presumed dead. The Army has not yet determined the cause of that crash off the coast of Hawaii involving an Army Black Hawk helicopter. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Teens and Trucks, a safety campaign provided by the Kentucky State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division, is educating teens about the dangers of driving around large trucks on roadways. Some of the biggest problems are driving in blind spots, following too close, and cutting off big trucks. Young drivers, well, all drivers, need to remember that if you can't see the mirrors on a semi-truck, that truck driver can't see you. So stay focused, stay alert, and please share the road.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's 6:22 at WCLU and 73 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Leslie E. Taylor, age 89, of Glasgow, died Sunday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He was born in the Lecta community of Barron County, the son of the late Cecil Taylor and Ruby Johnson Taylor. Survivors include his wife, Mary Taylor, a daughter, Betty Bartley of Tompkinsville, a son, David Taylor of Glasgow. Funeral services for Leslie E. Taylor will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Neals Chapel Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. on Friday at the funeral home. Ruby Jesse, age 87, of Edmonton, died Monday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. She was a homemaker and of the Baptist faith. She is survived by two sons, Roger Jesse of Edmonton and Jeff Jesse of Charlestown, Indiana. A daughter, Janet Sexton Emmett of Glasgow. Two brothers, Lawrence Walton and Odell Bennett, both of Edmonton. A sister, Ovalie Finn of Edmonton. 7 grandchildren, Aaron Jesse of Columbus, Indiana. Dr. Ashley Matney of Glasgow. Tammy Tarter of Sparksville. Roxana Harold of Price's Creek. Eric Sexton of Edmonton, Linda Jesse of New Albany, Indiana, and Crystal Hooper of Paris, Kentucky. 7 great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for Ruby Jesse will be at 2 o'clock Thursday at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burials to be in the Willie Jesse Cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 Wednesday and after 9 Thursday at the funeral home. Helen McCauley, age 83, of Tompkinsville, died Monday at Signature Healthcare of Monroe County. The Glasgow native was a member of Tompkinsville First Baptist Church and was a retired florist. She is survived by 2 daughters, Tanya Kendall and husband Ricky of Tompkinsville, Janet Miller and husband Joe Howard of Tompkinsville, stepdaughter Marlene Turner of Louisville, 3 grandchildren, Todd Starnes, Chase Kendall, and Tanner Kendall, and 2 step-grandchildren, Lindsay Miller Reese and Steve Turner, and 2 great-grandchildren, Gannon and Aubrey Starnes, 2 sisters, Gail Bartlett of Temple Hill and Judy Gallagher of Glasgow. Funeral services for Helen McCauley will be Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation from 5 until 9 tonight and after 6 a.m. Wednesday morning at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Henry Ford Spencer, Jr., age 53, of Glasgow, died Sunday at his residence. He was a drywall hanger and a finisher for 30-plus years and had attended the Bethel Independent Baptist Church with his best friend, Jack Richardson. In addition to his mother, his survivors include his wife, Donna, 6 children, Henry Ford Spencer III, Tasha, Marina Kay, Brittany, Cody Kay, and Kylan Drew Spencer, Brooklyn Nicole Thompson, Bailey Runyon, Chloe Mora, Starling, Silic, and Nettie K. Spencer. 1 brother, Leo Fennell, 3 sisters, Kathy Brown, Pamela Lyons, and Carla Blank. Funeral services for Henry Ford Spencer, Jr. will be Thursday at 2 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial in the Lick Branch Cemetery. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Taylor Brooke Hayes, age 13, of Glasgow, died Saturday at her residence. She was born in Lebanon, the daughter of Matthew Hayes and the late Andrea Caldwell. Taylor was an 8th grade student at Barron County Middle School and a member of the New Bethel Baptist Church in Allen County. Survivors include her father, Matthew Hayes of Glasgow, 4 sisters, Carrie Decker of Litchfield, Katie Scott of Campbellsville, Savannah Scott of Glasgow, and Angela Pulliam of Glasgow. 1 brother, William Halfley of Texas. Maternal grandparents, Roger Zykin of Indiana and Nancy Allen of Alton, Kentucky. Paternal grandparents, Lisa and Gary Bradshaw of Russell Springs, and Bobby and Nikki Hayes of Campbellsville. An aunt and uncle, Ashley Spencer of Georgia. Funeral services for Taylor Brooke Hayes will be Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins this afternoon at 3 p.m. Pamela Jean Gentry, age 59, of Lexington, formerly of Cave City, died Friday at the St. Joseph's Hospital. She was a daughter of the late Cleo Riggs and Patricia Ematrano, and a companion of David Powell of Cave City. Mrs. Gentry was a waitress at the Waffle House and was of the Baptist faith. In addition to her mother, she is survived by 4 sons: Kevin Gentry of Glasgow, Sammy Gentry of Cave City, Mark Riggs of Mobile, Alabama, and John Gentry of Glasgow. 8 grandchildren: Selena, Kristen, Jacob, Jared, Malia, Griffin, Haley, and Shelby Gentry, and 2 brothers: Layman Riggs of Glasgow and Brian Riggs of Cave City, along with 2 sisters, Carrie Riggs of Cave City and Dawn Lowe of Glasgow. Funeral services for Pamela Jean Gentry will be at 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with cremation to follow. Visitation will be Wednesday from 1 o'clock until time for service. The family request memorials be in the form of contributions to help with funeral expenses. Alma Christine Bailey Garrett, age 79, of Edmonton, died Sunday. She was a member of the Prices Creek Missionary Baptist Church and is survived by 2 children, Sharon Lynette Garrett Smith and Joel Gregory Garrett, all of Edmonton. 4 grandchildren: Richard Allen Smith, Robert William Smith, Michael Gregory Garrett, Bethany Lynn, and Garrett Masters. 5 great-grandchildren: Megan Lee Smith, Ryan Allen Smith, M.J. Garrett, Kelsey Olivia Garrett, and Ellen Wren Matthews. Services for Alma Christine Bailey Garrett will be at 2 o'clock on Wednesday at the Butler Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Missionary Mound Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Betty Humes Bryant, age 69, of Cumberland County, died Sunday at her residence. She is survived by her daughters, Beth Crawley of Cave City and Becky Ballard of Waterview. Her siblings: Margaret Nance of Edmonton, Sue Bowman of Tompkinsville, Kenny Humes of Summershade, Tammy Humes of Tompkinsville, Janice Ennis of Greensburg, and Sharon Cherry of Bowling Green. 4 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. Services for Betty Humes Bryant will be Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Dutch Creek Cemetery. Visitation after 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Patricia Lynn Wolf, age 55, of Canby, Indiana, died Sunday. She is survived by her father, L.C. Wolf, and siblings Billy Joe Wolf, Cindy Wise of Nashville, Indiana, Jim E. Senders of Bloomington, Indiana, and Jerry Wolf of Indianapolis. Family and friends may pay their respects for Patricia Lynn Wolf from 4 until 8 Wednesday at the Jones Family Mortuary in Mooresville, Indiana. And then a funeral service will be conducted at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon at Norris New Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Perkins Cemetery in Cumberland County. Funeral services for Verda Miller, age 97, of Park City, will be held at 1 o'clock Thursday at the Little Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Interments to be in the Hawkins Cemetery. Visitation after 11 o'clock Wednesday at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel. Memorial service for Sherry L. Leach, age 60, of Lucas, will be at 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Visitation will be from 1 until 3 p.m. Cremation was chosen. Expressions of sympathy may be made in the form of contributions to Brawa. Services for Stevenson Lee Steve Meredith, age 59, of Rowletts, will be at 10 o'clock this morning at Seagull Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Munfordville Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for Doris Marie Wood Overstreet, age 88, formerly of Cave City, will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in the Wood Cemetery near Fountain Run. Funeral services for Christine Jones Shirley, age 90, of Cincinnati, formerly of Knob Lick, will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Knob Lick. Burial to be in the Ebenezer Cemetery. McMurtry Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Memorials can be made to the Ebenezer Baptist Church. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free, at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important to contact Rogers and Driver immediately. With more and more tractor trailers on the road, it's important to be prepared. They aren't concerned with the rights of the victim. If you've been injured in a collision with a tractor trailer throughout Kentucky or Tennessee, Rogers and Driver can handle your case.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
6:33 now at WCLU. What's it going to do today? Well, we have a chance for some thunderstorm activity in here this afternoon. So says Jeff Eno on duty at the Weather Channel this morning.
The focus today will be on the threat for some severe weather, especially into the nighttime hours tonight. Main hazards with any storms, some damaging winds, heavy rain, and also the cloud-to-ground lightning. Now, as we go throughout our Tuesday, we'll see those showers and storms become likely. We will get up to around 90. More storms tonight. Overnight low drops back to around 70. May see a stray shower early Wednesday, then gradual clearing. Afternoon high 82. Sunny Thursday. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. One of the interesting things is the fact that we have a lot less humidity at this hour, 80% humidity, which is pretty low for this time of the day, or at least this time of the day, this time of year. We do much lower than that in January, but for right now, it's less humid than normally about this time. The barometer is at 30.04. Winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour. No precip in the past 24 hours. Radar hadn't fired up yet either, so we're rolling this morning. 73 degrees at WCLU.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
Here in Glasgow.
All right, Tracy, it's 6:36 at WCLU. We're waking up with 73 degrees. We're going to enjoy the day together. And one of the things we're going to do and enjoy the day together is we're going to share some birthdays. And I'm going to tell you, the roosters need to be ready to wake up because we got several gongs to fire off here for today. I do want to remind you about something on Thursday if you were planning on getting your driver's test done. The Barron County, Kentucky State Police driver's testing site is going to be closed this Thursday, There will be no written or road tests given. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's coming up on Thursday. On Saturday, a neat deal, the Avenue Church at 315 Columbia Avenue is hosting a back-to-school and fall clothing giveaway for children ages birth through high school. It's going to be Saturday, August the 26th from 9 until noon. Signs will be posted. 6:37, let's get on with the birthdays. Ralphie's Fun Center says they're ready for that.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the store in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, let's get the music going right here so we can tell you about some of our honorees, including, well, I got a 60 gong to sound today. First off, let me rear back and smack the 60 gong. Come on, 60 gong. That's for Charles Norris. Charles Norris is turning 60 today. Congratulations, Charles. Let me get the 50 gong here. It's the big 5-0 for Chrissy Cole Fields today. Congratulations. Miss Jenny Wilson is on our list. Teresa Nelson, Joe Burton Downing, Janet Jackson, Teresa Kenslow, Sandra Ward, Finn Burton, Lisa Reed Martin, Waylon Kingery. Waylon is turning 5 today. We understand that's the wish from his grandmother. And we have one anniversary couple. It's the 51st wedding anniversary, number 51, for Jean and Stanley Wilson. That's a big congratulations to all of our honorees here at WCLU. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. or online here from WCLUradio.com. We're going to be moving into the archives here just in a moment. Remember, our telephone lines are open and ringing, 651-9149, 800-956-1023, or online here from WCLUradio.com.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
I'm here to announce the launch of McDonald's new signature sriracha sandwich, and they decided to turn it up. It's topped with crispy onions, fresh baby spinach, and kale. Onions and baby greens. That's not all. They decided to turn it up even more. They created an exclusive sriracha mac sauce with just the right kick of spice. Yeah. Yeah, but it's here only for a limited time. The McDonald's signature sriracha sandwich. Where are you going?
Be our tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season.
You're watching WCLU's live and local morning show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
It's the archives where we reminisce and go down memory lane and think about things that, just think about things that bring back memories, mostly pleasant memories. We like to share that today. It's brought to you by the folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, and certainly they do a whole lot of wonderful things for the working folks around here, for the industries around here, It's unbelievable what they do out there at Joseph A. Wade.
Want to make sure you're ready to hit the ground running this spring? Then be sure to get to Joseph A. Wade before the spring rush hits for hydraulic hose and cylinder repairs. You can trust the folks at Joseph A. Wade to perform top-notch work. So be sure and plan on having repairs and tune-ups completed so you don't miss a day on the job. It takes all the right parts and tools to do your job, so be sure you stay connected with Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware on Industrial Drive in Glasgow. Top-notch work, top-notch people.
All right, shall we put this thing in reverse?
I say we take this thing back 100 years.
We have lots to learn about, lots to share,
Right.
lots to understand.
Right.
And it explains a whole lot of things. You're going back 100 years in the archives, you know.
Right.
Folks who are new to this program, we have the opportunity to share the research of folks like Gail Berry, Mary Jones, Ray Green, and the theme of the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center is history. And cool history, I might add.
I was thinking like history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. I was like, I thought that was Joseph A. Wade. I didn't
Well,
know
that is. This is
Cultural Center.
Joseph A. Wade is cool too, but so is the Cultural Center these days.
Right. Yeah,
right.
no joke, literally.
1917. This was the headline of the story is Maplewood Infirmary.
Okay.
And here's the news from the Maplewood Infirmary. This is the exact opposite of the HIPAA laws.
Okay.
100 years ago, Mrs. Vester Eubank of Coral Hill is at the infirmary for x-ray treatment. Mrs. Henry McFarland of Edmonton underwent an operation for appendicitis yesterday. And Mrs. Annie Hatton was able to be removed to her home last week.
Well, there you go.
That doesn't sound like the way I want to leave.
Yeah, not removed.
Is to be removed. It says here, this is gratifying news to her many friends, though. So apparently the friends were okay with her being...
Well, it doesn't say she was happy about it.
That's right. Her friends were okay with her being removed.
Yeah, there you go.
That was 1917.
Maybe she was a difficult patient.
It's a difference in reporting
No
from
joke.
decades. All right, this headline right here, anybody would read this story. The headline reads like this: outside organizers swarm into the county unannounced, spread money and propaganda, and pass on.
Well, there you go.
The Jockey Club money can do nothing in Barron. So what does that headline mean?
I have no idea.
Quote, we're going to have Barron County if we have to buy it, unquote.
Oh, well, there you go.
Said a Crow man to a precinct worker a day or so ago. He knew he was lying when the statement was made. Barron will give Beckham no less than 2,000 majority if as many as 5,000 Democratic votes are cast, and the money and the bull and the gush will not change this.
Well, that's a mouthful right there.
That's in the Glasgow Times. That's a strong, obviously this is a political news story.
Right.
And the Jockey Club apparently was coming to town to try to get some victory for a man named Crow.
Right.
And locally, the newspaper man here at the Glasgow Times says, Beckham is going to get no less than a 2,000 majority.
Well, there you go.
So that's the money and the bull and the gush will not change this.
Well, there you go.
In they tried that money and bull and gush.
Right.
Didn't work.
Right.
1927. 1937. This is an interesting story. Bicycles belonging to Robert Simmons and to Howard Harris were stolen from the square Tuesday afternoon,
Well,
but recovered by local officers yesterday near Gallatin, Tennessee.
that's a long bike ride. That's like one of those Eddie Bruner bike rides.
Yeah, that's right. It's way on off there into the distance. Hey, let's steal the bike and get on with it.
Right.
They rode it to Gallatin, Tennessee. Mr. Simmons and Mr. Harris, I'm sure, were glad to get those bikes back.
Right.
And they're probably pretty proud of them making the trip.
Well, yeah.
All right, an advertisement we have here this is the Glasgow Republican in 1947. The ad is for the national stores. Long life work clothes fit for the job. Sturdy, long-wearing work clothes made to give the most comfort year in and year out. It's been our job to outfit men for their jobs. We know what you need, and we make it our business to have it. Come in today for your harvest time work clothes. Yeah, it was getting to be close to harvest time.
Right.
That's where you can stock up on overalls for $1.98 a pair. Chambray work shirts for 98 cents.
Right.
Blue herringbone and tan twill work suits. The pants are $2.98. The shirts $1.98. Excuse me. And the harvest hats, 10 cents and 25 cents.
Can't beat that.
Harvest hats, that's a big old wide brim hat
Right.
to keep from just getting totally sunburned.
Right.
And a good 10 cents invested for sure in 1947.
Can't beat a dime.
1957, this was in the Republican, and there's no date line on this story, but it's got to be somewhere around here. The Ford Motor Company plant here today began production of its new passenger car, the Edsel. This was 1957. That's right.
I didn't know there was a Ford plant here.
No, I don't think there was here. I think this must have been a story that was reprinted from maybe a Louisville paper.
Right.
But the firm has dropped production of other Ford autos, but it will continue to build trucks. It's a good thing because history will tell us that the Edsel wasn't built very long either.
There you go.
And so they hung with the trucks. And that's the Ford Motor Company plant, we're presuming, in Louisville. 1957, the little experiment there, a lot was learned from trying to produce the Edsel.
Oh, yes.
So while we're still talking about cars, there was this day in 1967 an advertisement listing the car salesman at Gilly Hyde. These are some big names in the car sales business. In 1967, Fidela Wood, Rondell Leftwich, Raymond Lyons, and Joe Renfro. Stalwart car salesmen there who were locally well-known local folks out there at Gilly Hyde in 1967. 1977, big news. It was announced that Barron County Schools were going to open kindergarten next week at Red Cross, Heistville, Austin Tracy, and Temple Hill, 3 hours per school day.
Well,
I guarantee you that made a big difference in the educational opportunity and experience for those 3 hours per day for those students at Red Cross, Heistville, Austin Tracy, and Temple Hill back in 1977.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Seems like we still are talking about cars here. In 1987, it was an advertisement for Gilly Hyde Ford Chrysler, where this day in 1987, you could get a Dodge Plymouth, Dodge Aries, or Dodge Lancer. Your choice of those three models, the Plymouth, the Aries, or the Lancer, $18,410.
Well,
that's a brand new, smelling brand new 1987 model there. 18,410. Where's the money gone?
No comment.
All right, 1997. This is not much of a story, but it's a fact. 1997 here in the Glasgow Times, it says enrollment in all school districts were about the same as last year, or down slightly. That's the whole story.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure somewhere they wrote, maybe explaining why or why they thought or something, but
speculation.
As a general rule in 1997, all the districts were about the same as last year, or maybe down slightly. This day in 2007, I guess it was last week we had where the bank was robbed at the U.S. Bank at Happy Valley Road, the corner of Happy Valley and Wall Street.
Right.
Well, here we are a week later. The suspect that was arrested in the U.S. bank robbery has been released. Mistaken identity.
What?
That was his. That was a good day for that fellow, whoever it was.
Oh, I would be so mad.
So hey, yeah, we your identity had been stolen, sort of.
There you go. Yeah, sorry, we thought it was you.
We thought it was this other guy who resembled you.
Yeah, my bad.
That's right. But justice seemingly was done. I don't know whether they have to do some more research and figure out if they, if they ever got the
Well, see, that's the position
right person
that a lot of times law enforcement's put in.
That's right.
They have to do their investigation, and you get the public and the media, people like us going, hey, who you going to arrest?
You can't be risky and just let them go thinking you were wrong.
Right. But you certainly
because
don't
you
wanna
thought you
hold-
were right at one time.
But you don't want to be like, yeah, sorry about that.
That's
We
right.
thought you were the robber.
And they were, it was good that they released it and good that they let them report it and all that stuff.
I guarantee you they just reported it.
It's in the archives. That's the way it happens. It's history. And we really enjoy sharing these facts, the landscape of our community. And thanks to the folks who do the digging. Thanks to our sponsor, Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services. Say it again.
History is made by the hard work that stands the test of time.
There's no question. 73 degrees, WCLU, 650.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
You're watching WCLU's Live and Local Morning Show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish
33 degrees now at WCLU this morning. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Saturday mornings on the Glasgow Square.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes people are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income. You have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers and Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersanddriver.com.
Rogers and Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
The Elmore team is ready to auction a beautiful home and furniture this Saturday morning.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Today we are patting on the back by special request Jeremy Morrison. Jeremy Morrison Day on the radio. He's having a 64th birthday on Friday, and so we want to be sure to give you plenty of time to have the chance to pat Jeremy Morrison on the back and let him know that he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas, where every day they have something mighty tasty down there. You'll enjoy just kind of getting together with your friends and going to see the folks at Texas, like Jeremy Morrison probably will do to celebrate his birthday. Okay, we're going to play trivia here. It's always a good day to play trivia, and today we're going to play trivia in behalf of Extreme Fitness, Extreme Gymnastics, Extreme Fitness for Women, and Extreme Health Club. Somebody's going to win a card that lets you go up there and try out some of the extremely wonderful things. So put the thinking cap on, and we'll come right back and ask the question.
There are people just like you who are reaching their own level of success every day on the Extreme Fitness campus, just like Amanda.
My name is Amanda Hamilton. I've been a member at Extreme since around August. When going to Extreme, it's not like you're going to walk into any other gym where it feels like you're walking into a franchise. They know your name and they know what you do for a living, so it's almost like you're walking into your second family.
Amanda is passionate about competitive bodybuilding, so she enjoys having Extreme blends, healthy smoothies, and more right there at Extreme Health Club.
I will, after a workout, go and get a smoothie from them, because they can add the protein and aminos and things like that's really important to recover after your workout.
To sum it all up, Amanda says, the Extreme Fitness campus really does offer everything, no matter who you are.
I think it's just having the options in fitness. It's kind of your fitness.
To learn more, go to extremeky.com.
They offer everything you could need in fitness.
Well, let's see here. Somebody want to go to Extreme? You can do so free of charge here by winning one of these cards that we do enjoy giving out to people because they share some knowledge. We're going to do that right now. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. The oldest parliament in the world. The oldest parliament in the world is in what country? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. The oldest parliament in the world. It goes way on back. Trivia.
Israel.
Not Israel. The oldest parliament in the world. And I think they still meet in the building that they always have. Trivia.
Denmark.
No, it's not right. The oldest parliament in the world. Trivia.
England.
No. They got an old one, but trivia.
Rome.
Who?
Rome.
No, it's not right. Looking for the country. Hello, trivia.
Ireland.
Ireland? No, not Ireland. Trivia.
Greece.
No, not Greece. This country has the oldest parliament in the world. Trivia.
Great Britain.
No. Trivia. Yeah, wasn't that one either. All right, 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Trivia.
Norway.
No, not Norway. Trivia. Not dial tone. Trivia.
What was it? Africa.
No, not Africa. Trivia.
Iceland.
That's it. Who is this speaking?
Abby Hawkins.
Abby, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, so have you been to Iceland?
No, of course not.
It sounds cold, Abby.
Yes.
It goes back to like the 1200s is when Iceland, they had their government that was a parliament, and their parliament has met pretty much continuously since the 1200s, giving them the oldest parliament in the world.
That's awesome.
It's a unicameral parliament in that they don't have like different political parties. They're all of they're all there for the same purpose. And that's the way it works in Iceland. And I'd like to go there sometime just to see how different it really is. But right now, you are going to go to Extreme, Abby Hawkins. What do you think about that?
That sounds great.
We've got a little card right here that lets you choose something from any one of the Extreme locations here, the Extreme family of businesses. And thank you for tuning in, Abby.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You have a good day. We'll have the card for you right here at the radio station, okay?
Alrighty, thanks.
Thank you. Bye. It's Abby Hawkins, the oldest parliament in the world. It's in Iceland, going back to the 1200s. Abby Hawkins wins today. Your name could be on this winner's list tomorrow if you'll join us at about 6:55 or so. 73 degrees. Thanks to the Extreme folks for making this a part of our day.
CBS News update. President Trump says the U.S. will stay in Afghanistan until the time is right to get out. And it's a reversal of his campaign stance that the U.S. was wasting its time there. Reaction from the region has been mixed. Here's CBS's Seth Lemon.
The Afghan ambassador to the U.S. praised the president's plan. The Taliban released a statement urging the U.S. to withdraw all troops, insisting it will fight with a strong spirit and full determination.
There were a few specifics on troop numbers, something Mr. Trump says is now up to Defense Secretary Jim Mattis. There was no set timeline either, and Heritage Foundation national security expert James Carafano says that's the right approach.
Timelines and calendars are the wrong way to look at it. And actually, if you look at Iran's strategy in the region, Russia's strategy in the region, Pakistan's strategy in the region, the Taliban, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda, it's all predicated on eventually the Americans are going to get tired and walk away. What this speech does is actually set them on their heels.
CBS News Update. I'm Peter King.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough, and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can, before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new Roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Not every family is blessed with financial success. For many, it is a daily struggle to keep food on the table and a roof over their head. Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. Since 1981, I've been helping families threatened by debt collectors, garnishment, and foreclosure. Schedule a free consultation and let us show you how we can help your family. Rogers and Driver, on the Square in Glasgow, Kentucky.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Well,
I love it.
I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Munfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
Good morning, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. We have 73 degrees at WCLU this morning, forecasting the chance of some possibly severe thunderstorms late in the afternoon or early in the evening. We'll check in with Jeff Eno about that here in a few minutes. Now let's move to the newsroom. WCLU News Director Angela Briggs with your next check of local news. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. After nearly 40 decades, Fort Knox opens its vault to civilians. One of the world's most famous gold depositories has opened its vaults to civilians for the first time in 40 years. U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin led a delegation of Kentucky politicians to the U.S. Bullion Depository at Fort Knox yesterday. Mnuchin said he's just the third Treasury Secretary to view the gold at Fort Knox, where a large portion of the country's gold reserves is held. The visitors included Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, U.S. Representative Brett Guthrie, and Governor Matt Bevin. McConnell told the Associated Press that he held a gold bar in his hands, saying it reminded him of the James Bond movie Goldfinger. Barron County Schools has released their official statement in regard to the weekend death of a Barron County student. It is with great sadness we acknowledge the loss of a student who attended Barron County Schools. Our district counselor, school psychologist, and Green River Regional Educational Cooperative, or GREC crisis team, will be on campus to support students and staff. As a district, our top priority is to take care of our students as they cope with the loss of a classmate. Dr. Stephen Pruitt, the state's Commissioner of Education, will be at Glasgow High School this morning at 11 o'clock in the Media Center for a major announcement on advanced placement computer science education in Kentucky. Multiple agencies make a drug arrest on Friday. Detectives with the Barron River Drug Task Force, Cave City Police, and the Barron County Sheriff's Office arrested Troy Vibbert of Glasgow. Cave City Officer Paul Reynolds had seen a black Saturn passenger car driving recklessly on Old Lexington Road. He initiated a traffic stop and made contact with several subjects inside. Upon noticing the occupants of the vehicle display nervous behavior, Officer Reynolds removed them from the vehicle and deployed canine jacks. Jacks alerted on the vehicle and subsequent search resulted in finding a syringe, scales, and an amount of methamphetamine. Troy Vibbert of Glasgow was arrested, charged with trafficking in a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Reynolds again was assisted by the Barron River Drug Task Force, Sergeant James Roberts with Cave City Police Department, Barron County Sheriff's Deputy B.J. Childress. Vibbert was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And Kentucky Emergency Management concluded its operations with the State Emergency Operations Center in Frankfort, as well as the Regional Response Center in Hopkinsville, all in support of the 2017 solar eclipse, which occurred yesterday. Michael Dossett, director of the Kentucky Emergency Management, said as we wind down from this historical event, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our visitors for engaging with our eclipse venues and also thank the officials and first responders across our 21 eclipse counties for ensuring an enjoyable, safe event for everyone. Safe event for everyone. Estimations of the amount of people that visited South and Central Kentucky for the event, some have those numbers as high as 500,000 visitors. It's 7:11 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 73 degrees.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
In more local news, gas prices in West Central Kentucky go up by about 3 cents this week to $2.21 a gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. On the national front, at $2.33, the national average is 2 cents cheaper than last week. Consumers in most Midwest, East Coast, and Southern states are paying on average about 2 cents less, while the West Coast and the Rockies are seeing a jump in gas prices. Today's national average is a nickel more than last month and 17 cents more than last year. At the end of the week, the price per barrel of West Texas Intermediate stayed below the $50 mark, settling at $48.51. On Monday morning, prices appeared to be falling due to a weak dollar and continued worries about high crude oil inventory levels. When it comes to local averages for 1 gallon of regular unleaded, Cave City, Park City, and Smiths Grove have the lowest at $2.09. Munfordville's a couple cents higher at $2.11. Horse Cave and Glasgow are both at $2.16. Brownsville, Bowling Green, Edmonton, and Tompkinsville are all at $2.19, and Scottsville has the highest area average, where motorists are paying about $2.27 for 1 gallon of regular unleaded. It's time to ham it up at the State Fair. The Kentucky Farm Bureau is going to hold the 54th annual Country Ham Breakfast and Auction Thursday at the Kentucky Expo Center. The breakfast showcases the best of Kentucky agriculture. The State Fair's Grand Champion Country Ham will be available at the auction. Proceeds will benefit a Kentucky charity chosen by the winner. The event typically draws more than 1,500 guests from across the state. Last year's winning ham sold for nearly $600,000. Since the event began in 1964, the Farm Bureau has raised about $10 million for statewide charities. And a maternity ward at the University of Louisville Hospital had its busiest month in nearly a decade. The university says in a news release 200 babies were born at the hospital's Center for Women and Infants in July. The director, Libby Smith, says the high number is a testament to the many birthing options and high-quality care provided by the hospital. The last time the center had this many deliveries was 211 back in July of 2007. And authorities say 2 women watching the eclipse while standing in a sidewalk in a Kentucky town were struck by a car, and 1 has died. State Police Trooper Jody Sims said in a news release the car crossed the center line and hit a utility pole and the pedestrians Monday in Hyden, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours southeast of Lexington. Sims says 23-year-old Mackenzie Hayes of Hazard was pronounced dead. 41-year-old Rhonda Belcher of Wooten was flown to University of Kentucky Hospital in Lexington. The motorist, 38-year-old Alyssa Noble, was taken to a medical center. The condition of Wooten and Noble weren't immediately known. State Police Captain Jennifer Sandlin confirmed the pedestrians were viewing the partial eclipse. Police, however, did not say exactly what caused the accident. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 7:14 a.m., 73 degrees.
PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Cassidy and Riley.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Ed Huckleberry. So what was it like for the folks who witnessed the totality of Monday's solar eclipse?
It got very dark very, very fast, and all the crickets started chirping.
You know, it was really overwhelming. It completely freaked me out. There's so many different things you were trying to look at all at the same time.
Words can't describe. It brought me to tears. It really did. It was amazing.
Those people watched the moon block the sun in Hopkinsville. The darkness lasted 2 minutes and 40 seconds. An estimated 500,000 people flocked to the 21-county region of western Kentucky to see the event. The skies drew dark over Kentucky during the eclipse, but it may have also contributed to a tragic accident in eastern Kentucky in less Lee County.
It happened during the eclipse when 23-year-old Mackenzie Hayes and Rhonda Belcher were walking back to work and stopped to watch the big event. 38-year-old Alyssa Noble was speeding and crashed into a power pole, flipping her car and hitting the two women. Hayes was pronounced dead on the scene, and Belcher was airlifted to the University of Kentucky Medical Center. Accident reconstruction units are reviewing the scene to see what caused Noble to veer off the road. It's unclear if she'll face any charges. I'm Haley Hansen.
The city of Louisville is filing a lawsuit against the nation's 3 largest opioid producers.
Mayor Greg Fisher announcing the latest move in the effort to combat the opioid epidemic.
The city of Louisville has filed suit against the country's 3 largest wholesale drug distributors, Cardinal Health, AmerisourceBergen, and McKesson.
The federal lawsuit accuses the companies of dumping millions of pills into Louisville neighborhoods while refusing to monitor, report, and halt suspicious shipments of opioids. I'm Paul Miles.
And I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. You can. iPay online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell a soul.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
7:20 at WCLU and 73 degrees this morning as we need to talk about the way things are shaping up weather-wise today. And we have staff meteorologist Jeff Eno on duty at the Weather Channel because we got some shower and thunder shower activity coming through here that has the potential to get a wee bit severe. Tell us about it, Jeff.
We catch some rough weather today, especially into the nighttime hours tonight. We get the payoff, though, as we get into Wednesday, and it gets even better when we get into Thursday. We are going to see the early sun. Look for those showers and storms for the afternoon. We will top out around 90. Main threats with any storms will be the damaging winds, heavy rain, cloud-to-ground lightning. Thunderstorms tonight, overnight low to around 70. Maybe a stray shower early Wednesday, gradual clearing, high 82. Sunny Thursday. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Looking at the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen, no precip on there this morning, just a few little light sprinkles in between Owensboro and E-Town. That's it, and we'll keep an eye on it for you all throughout the day here today. 7:20, 73 degrees from WCLU.
Hey! Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parrish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parrish Carpet.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important to contact Rogers & Driver immediately. With more and more tractor-trailers on the road, it's important to be prepared. They aren't concerned with the rights of the victim. If you've been injured in a collision with a tractor-trailer throughout Kentucky or Tennessee, Rogers & Driver can handle your case.
At PB Friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
And remember to have these items ready by August 26th.
Let's see, what do we have coming up? Some really important things here this week. Over at Mammoth Cave, they're having an open house with new Superintendent Barkley Tribble. That's on Thursday afternoon, 5:30 until 7 p.m. at the Lodge at Mammoth Cave. For information, call Tricia Turcott at 758-2184. Then on Friday, the Mammoth Cave National Park is going to be offering free Mammoth Passage cave tours in recognition of Founders Day, the founding day of the National Park Service. The free Mammoth Passage tours will be held at, let me say the word right here before I move forward. The free Mammoth Passage tours will depart from the Visitor Center and the following times, 9, 10:15, 11:15, 12:15, 2:30, and 3:30. Just pick up a free ticket at the Visitor Center before going on the tour. First come, first serve basis. So a couple of neat things going on there with the big events at Mammoth Cave. We got to look at the birthdays here just in a second.
Shouldn't financial advice focus on you? I can help you plan for your financial future, from life insurance to investment products. I'm Anthony Myatt, your Modern Woodman representative in South Central Kentucky. Call me today at 427-6807 to start the conversation.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
That's a good idea because they do know how to have fun at Ralphie's Fun Center. In fact, they focus on it each and every day. All right, let's look at our birthday anniversary club here today and let you know who all is celebrating on this, the 22nd day of August. We have Devin Williams. Happy birthday to Devin Williams. Your grandmama called up to wish you so. We've got Waylon Kingery. Waylon today is turning 5. We have some gongarees here for you. We have the 50 gong that we sounded earlier today for Chrissy Cole Fields. And we have the 60 gong that we sounded earlier today for Charles Norris. Jenny Wilson celebrating a birthday, so is Teresa Nelson. Joel Burton Downing, Janet Jackson, Teresa Kinslow, Sandra Ward, Finn Burton, Lisa Reed Martin with a birthday today. And let's see, anniversary-wise, we have Jean and Stanley Wilson. That is Jean and Stanley Wilson. Congratulations to all of our honorees here. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. It's a simple click here at WCLUradio.com. 73 degrees now at 728.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
I'm here to announce the launch of McDonald's new signature sriracha sandwich, and they decided to turn it up. It's topped with crispy onions, fresh baby spinach, and kale. Onions and baby greens. That's not all. They decided to turn it up even more. They created an exclusive sriracha mac sauce with just the right kick of spice. Yeah, but it's here only for a limited time. The McDonald's signature sriracha sandwich. Where are you going?
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Hey. It's 7:30 at WCLU and 75 degrees this morning, where today we are patting on the back Junior Morrison. It is Junior Morrison Day here on the radio, and if you happen to see Junior Morrison around town, we'd be tickled if you would pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas. Here we are at 7:31. We're going to go ahead and move into some tidbit news here this morning and make sure that you're up to date on everything. Let me get the thing to sing here.
From the north, south, east, west, and WNEWS, here's the latest news.
Around the world and up the street, tidbit news. Wes is going to join me today. Son, you all right?
Doing good. How
are you
doing?
Speechless?
No, not speechless.
Okay, all right.
I'm used to being able to hear the song and do that.
Yeah, that's right. You can. Well, I should have turned the speaker back on for you.
That's all right.
All right. We need. First of all, we need to have our obligatory eclipse story.
Let's hear about it.
Number one story, while most eclipse watchers were focused skyward yesterday, a South Carolina couple had their eyes on a different phenomenon. They were welcoming their baby girl into the world. Freedom Eubanks told the Greenville News that she feared the labor pains she felt Monday were another false alarm. But the contractions grew stronger and she knew her baby was on the way. On their way to Greenville Memorial Hospital, Eubanks and her husband Michael decided that if their daughter did arrive the day of the eclipse, then her name would be Eclipse. So, baby Eclipse it is.
E for short.
She was born at 8:04 in the morning yesterday, weighing 6 pounds and 3 ounces, with a full head of hair. Sounds like a good name for an eclipse to me. In Greenville, South Carolina.
That's a nice story. I knew there was going to be a story about, the first baby after the eclipse or something like that.
Well,
or a baby born during totality or something.
It was in South Carolina. Dateline, Greenville.
Of course, babies get their nights and their days backwards all the time
that's
anyway.
Right. So the sunlight messing up probably wouldn't affect them
That's
at all.
right.
And one more eclipse story here. It's the story. This is out of Dateline, Tampa, Florida. A federal judge in Florida ruled a trial could not be postponed just because one of the key witnesses, who was a federal agent, had travel plans to see the eclipse. Prosecutors wanted yesterday's trial postponed because the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agent had booked a trip to see the eclipse on a day when the defendant, Joseph Bishop, was to stand trial for unlawfully transporting firearms. The judge called it a cruel fate that allowed the trial and the eclipse to happen on the same day. Mm-hmm. Then he quoted from singer Carly Simon's "You're So Vain," which contains a line about flying to witness an eclipse.
You do have the right to a fair and speedy trial.
That's right. And, and the people who are going to testify against you really aren't allowed to relax.
Of course, I watched it in Glasgow. I was a little disappointed. It was cool. I liked watching it. But when it actually happened, when it was about 97%, I don't know. I thought it was going to be dark. It just wasn't that dark.
Well, see, that's why everybody went to Hopkinsville, because that's where it was dark.
Well, I couldn't get off work either. Neither could that agent.
It was close here, We had to keep shining the light on other things around here.
That's true.
Let's see. You're a big sports fan. You'll like this. Louisiana State University officially has a new live tiger mascot. It arrived in Baton Rouge last week, coming from a rescue facility in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The tiger began its reign as Mike the 7th yesterday, first day of the fall semester. The animal's 11 months old, replaces a tiger that died in October following months of treatment for a rare form of cancer. LSU recently renovated Mike's enclosure and the yard next to Tiger Stadium.
That's one of the most difficult places to play in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of it has to do, if you're the quarterback about to take the center quarterback exchange, 30 yards from you, there is a tiger.
Yeah, that's right.
With
a roar to it.
So, I don't know. I'd like to see him in a cage and know that the lock is locked on good before I took the field, but that's just me. Of course, I don't like Uga either from Georgia.
You don't like Uga?
No.
But that's just because it's...
See, now I think Kentucky needs to put a wildcat out there, like a real wildcat.
Yeah. Well,
just let him troll the sidelines of Kroger Field.
That would require some sort of a restraint system, I think.
Yeah, it could happen.
All right, so there we have it. The new Tiger LSU.
I believe we have a guest coming up.
All right.
This way, so.
Well, let me hit this button right here, and we'll get the guest all situated, okay? Back in 1978, Bobby Wilson started Wilson's Cabinet Shop in Glasgow. Also there from day one was a very young craftsman, Bobby's son, Wayne Wilson. Since that first day, Wayne has worked with his father, designing, building, and installing custom cabinetry in homes and businesses all over southern Kentucky. With Bobby's recent passing, Wayne and his wife Joy are proud to continue the Wilson Cabinet reputation. As the only licensed and insured custom cabinet shop in Glasgow, that's a responsibility they can handle. Custom cabinets, countertops, new cabinet doors, you name it, we can handle it. Call Wayne or Joy at 270-651-7271. We want to hear your ideas and make them a reality in your home. Wilson's Custom Cabinet Shop, Columbia Avenue at New Salem Road in Glasgow.
It's that time of year again. Gather up all of your old oil-based paints, batteries, old electronics, and propane cylinders, fluorescent light bulbs, household chemicals, and herbicides and pesticides. Because the City of Glasgow presents its Kentucky Pride event, a household hazardous waste and free shredder day, August 26th. Commercial and industrial waste will not be accepted, nor will latex paints, refrigerators, or stoves. That's August 26th at the Beaver Trail from 9 a.m. until noon. Please take advantage of this free event. And remember to have these items ready by August 26th.
Does it seem like insurance companies control every decision about your health care? At Glasgow Prescription Center, we say enough is enough. We are leading the charge to help you take back control from insurance companies. You are paying the premiums they ask for, so you should be getting what you paid for. We make sure they honor their commitment. We dispute denials and get clear answers on questions of what's covered and what's not. If your insurance company has too much control over your health care, take it back. Glasgow Prescription Center in the Southgate Plaza is on your side.
All right, here we are at 7:38 at WCLU. Tickled to have, we always like to have company here at the radio station, but it's one of my favorite events that happens throughout the year. And this young lady has been associated with it for a great number of years. I'm talking about the Etoile Community Fair, and I'm talking about Miss Tina Heiser, who is here to tell us about the Etoile Fair. Good morning, Tina. How are you today?
Good morning, Henry. I'm great. How are you?
I'm real good. I just, we got this eclipse behind us, so now we can move straight to the next biggie, which is the Etoile Community Fair, and that's coming up this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It will be this Saturday.
Well, now, we've had these conversations before. The Etoile Community Fair has been going for a long time, and it has some of the most unique events.
This is right. That's exactly right, Henry. This is actually the 77th year for the Etoile Fair.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive, I believe.
I think it is. But, a lot of good folks there in Etoile. I got some roots that go back to Etoile, too. I know how good the folks are.
That's right. Everyone in Etoile really rallies around the fair, and it is exciting for everyone. Saw someone made a post on Facebook that it is Kentucky's biggest little fair, and I think that sums it up just about right.
I think that's exactly right, and I know that people who've always heard of the Etoile Fair but don't know what's so special about it, that's one of the reasons why I'm glad that you're here to tell us more about what's so special about it, Tina.
Well, I think what makes it so special, it is just a day that you kind of turn back and go back in time a little bit. The events at this fair aren't exactly what you are going to find at every other fair. We still have frog jumping contests.
That's one of my favorites, the frog jumping. There's some repeat champions in that, isn't there?
There are. Yes, there are. The frog jumping contest is always extremely exciting. All of the children are so excited, and I believe the parents and the spectators are even more excited.
Yeah, well, it's always that's frog jumping. Now,
right.
Give us a hint of some of the other things, Tina.
We have rolling pin throwing contest. Yeah. That is also something that is a little bit unique to our fair, but also very exciting and something that everyone looks forward to every year.
Now, what's the requirements to enter into the rolling pin competition?
You have to be married. We actually have two different age divisions, or two different group divisions for the rolling pin throwing. We have the newlyweds, which are ladies who have been married from 1 to 5 years, or the seniors who have been married over 5 years.
Well, I like that. I like that distinction for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You can the competition there is probably, and what's the target?
You are throwing to see who can throw the farthest.
Okay, you're not trying to hit like a...
You're not trying to hit your husband, no.
It's right. You can do that up close.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, anyway, so that's going to be a lot of fun, too, the rolling pin throwing event. Okay, keep going.
Heather Shelton is the usually the returning champion on that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this year someone can knock her out of her championship seat that she holds.
Well, she's got something to be proud of.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So some other things we're going to look forward to this weekend. Well, first of all, what is the very beginning, the start time of the fair?
Everything kicks off around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
We have a cornhole tournament that starts at 9 o'clock, and the antique tractor show begins at 9 o'clock. That's also something that is very special to us, we believe. We certainly appreciate all of the people who bring in their antique tractors. That is not the easiest thing to do, but it is something that everyone really enjoys seeing, and the children really enjoy that. The antique tractors are pulled down in the field just below the clubhouse, and that's also where the athletic contests are held later in the afternoon. So the kids that are down there getting ready for the athletic contest and participating in the athletic contest, they're really able that way to get up close and personal with some of those antique tractors, which are just they're just wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot of history there, and a lot of I guess you can kind of see where we come from. You see a big, nice modern tractor. Well, look what they got done with things that hadn't been fully developed.
Exactly.
Pretty impressive, I think.
We also have the baby show and the beauty pageants.
Okay.
Those kick off at 10 o'clock. We have a lot of different age divisions with that. You can get more information on that. We have a Facebook page this year. Also, flyers are at the Glasgow Chamber of Commerce, and we try to keep flyers at Moore's Market on the Roseville Road.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop and just learn more about the Big E-Toil Fair.
That's right.
What's your Facebook address?
It is E-Toil Community Fair.
Okay, all right. So I'll check that out too, because just look and see kind of some of the things there. What else? What other surprises might we be seeing down at E-Toil on Saturday, Tina?
We have a pedal pull instead of the traditional tractor pulls that a lot of your larger fairs have. We have a pedal pull for the kids.
Okay.
So that is also a lot of fun. And then the pet show starts at 3 o'clock.
Pet show. That's a
pet show. That is exciting.
It is, and it's years ago I was a judge in the pet show, and that's a tough job. You can really hang yourself out there for criticism.
You do. We have best cat, best dog, puppy, and most unusual. So one year we had a brother who had his little sister dressed up in a chicken costume, and that definitely won the prize.
Well, that was his little pet, huh?
That was his little pet.
Well, okay, Tina. So 9 o'clock Saturday morning to get the day started off right at the 77th E-Toil Community Fair.
That's right, and we wrap up that night with the horse show, and the first group at the horse show is probably the biggest draw of the fair. That is the stick horse show.
Oh, wow. That's going to be probably some pedal pullers participate in that one too.
Yes, and the athletic, they've been there all day. They've had their frogs. They've been in the athletic contest, and then that night they wrap up with riding their stick horses around.
I think that's fabulous. I think that recognizes all ages who need to appreciate coming from a community like E-Toil. Now, this is the hardest question I'm going to ask you. Tell somebody who's never been to E-Toil how to get there.
We are in southern Barron County. Take Highway 249, which is the Roseville Road, out of Glasgow. You're going to go approximately 11 miles out of Glasgow. Highway 820, turn left on Highway 820. Go about another mile and a half, and you can't miss it.
That's a lot. That's the easiest way I've ever heard it explained.
That's the easiest way to get there. Can't miss it.
That's the way to get there. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and you're going to be on our top story at 7 a bit later in the week too, so we'll have some more information to pass along about that as well.
Thanks so much, Henry.
Okay, appreciate you coming up here today. That's Tina Heiser. Do you have a title, by the way, with the fair? publicity chairman, maybe?
Whatever needs to be done.
Okay, that's right. She is the utility player
That's
of
it.
the ETOL Fair. Tina Heiser, it's this weekend. Do not forget that it kind of all starts at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be a special day for a lot of folks. 746.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring, 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 boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes people are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income. You have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers & Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersandriver.com.
Rogers & Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're at 748, 75 degrees now. We are going, well, let's see. I guess we could say Bobby Hurt survived the eclipse. Did you?
I most certainly did, Henry. Hey, I'm here to talk about it.
That's right. You had some metal up there. Did y'all lay back and look out the sunroof of some of those vehicles up there? Is that the way y'all did it?
That's right. We looked through the sunroof and got in the convertible and looked up. Hey, it worked out perfect. You know?
That's right. By the way, so the people understand, we're live with Bobby Lee Hurt at Hurt Auto Sales on West Main Street in Glasgow, because Bobby Lee is the kind of guy that hustles every day. He goes on shopping trips looking for vehicles that people have mentioned to him that they'd like to have, and also that have mentioned things that he just knows that they might be looking for. And we're here to find out the very latest arrivals of Bobby Lee's shopping trip.
That's right, Henry. Just got in yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yes, sir.
2015 Chevy Captiva.
Ooh, now you're going to tell me what that is, a Captiva, huh? It sounds like something you drink for breakfast. You know, I'm having a Captiva this morning, y'all. Anyway, tell me what it is.
This one is full power, you okay?
Okay, all right.
Hey, and it's the LT model, Henry. It's a small SUV.
Okay.
Get about 30 miles to the gallon, and you can sit up high and see everything. And it's priced at only $12,900.
My goodness, a 2015 $12,900, a Captiva.
A Captiva, first one of those I've ever had. Henry.
Okay,
right?
well.
It does sound like a coffee, some brand of coffee, but I guess you can drink coffee in it. Okay?
Sure you can. You can, but it sounds to me like you could do so in style. Okay,
yes,
that's a good way to start.
And speaking of style, got an 07 Cadillac Escalade. Okay?
Oh yeah, those are stylish for sure.
Oh, they most certainly are. It's black with chrome wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, it can sit in your driveway. It just make you want to get out there and drive it.
I bet that thing repelled the light of the eclipse, didn't it?
It did. I tell you what, it was white. It turned black. It didn't change color fast. But anyway, hey, we've got it priced, Henry. It's got everything that that you'd expect in a Cadillac.
Uh-huh.
And we've got it priced for $15,900.
Well, $15,900. What was the year on that, Bobby Lee?
2007.
All right.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Got a 08 Mercury Mariner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another small SUV, excellent condition, local trade, and it's priced to sell at just $5,900.
That is the Mariner. Is that 2 or 4 wheel?
It's a 4-wheel.
Okay.
Six-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, it's a sharp-looking ride. Red, as a matter of fact, red in color. Okay?
So, and if you're going to go, you can go in that one for sure.
You most certainly can. Okay. If you don't want to spend a lot of money and want a nice-looking ride, you got an 05 Buick Rendezvous. Okay.
Buick Rendezvous.
You can rendezvous anywhere you want to go.
That's right. You can go and stop and go and get where you want to be.
And then just keep on rendezvousing. And it's priced for just $3,900.
$3,900. Well, I got to be honest with you. You say if that's what you want, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you haven't mentioned anything that's a lot of money on this program today at all. It's a lot of different choices up there, Bobby Lee.
It's got 4 nice SUVs to pick from, all of them brand new. I mean, brand new to me, and they can be brand new to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and and Bobby's he's right good at finding things that folks want to drive and finding good quality used cars, and he proudly puts them up. He's not going to put something junky on the front of that lot up there at all.
That's correct, Henry.
Or the back even.
Oh, the back end, that's right. We'll push him over to another field.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's Hurt Auto Sales at 621 West Main Street, where they'd really love to sit down and talk with you today. And, just because we mentioned 4 vehicles today, truly that's just the tip of the iceberg. You really need to see, but you can see some nice things at Hurt Auto Sales. They got a motto up there that'll keep you coming back, and that is...
No pain when you trade with Hertz.
Bobby, have a good day, sir.
And you also. Thank you, Henry.
All right, it's 7:53 at WCLU and 75 degrees this morning. Let's check in again with staff meteorologist Jeff Eno, who's talking about the rain today.
They catch some rough weather today, especially into the nighttime hours tonight. We get the payoff, though, as we get into Wednesday, and it gets even better when we get into Thursday. We are going to see the early sun. Look for those showers and storms for the afternoon. We will top out around 90. Main threats with any storms will be the damaging winds, heavy rain, cloud-to-ground lightning. Thunderstorms tonight, overnight low to around 70. Maybe a stray shower early Wednesday, gradual clearing, high 82. Sunny Thursday. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. 7:53, the news you depend on. 8 o'clock morning edition is next.
Beautiful she goes.